Right?
Why will you have to sell the house?
A $2,100 mortgage payment is really hard.
So you're saying you're not going to be able to afford the payment?
I don't know. I'm hoping that I will, but again, I'm always planning for the possibility that I won't. Okay?
Late payment fee, October 31st. Late payment fee.
Yeah.
$25. Late payment fee, December 1st. This just happened.
Yep.
Oh, me.
October was a very lean month.
Oh, and you have a brand new iPhone.
Dude, this phone was free.
Really?
Yeah, Verizon traded us an iPhone 7 for that.
Very
Thank you,
important business purpose. Chick-fil-A. Lucky it was all the way back.
Dude,
in
you
August.
eat. Don't you eat? I eat. People eat.
Not
I definitely
out.
eat. I eat a lot.
Nah, you don't have to eat out if we can't afford to
Dude,
live.
I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12. I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12.
Wait a second. Let me get my little handy dandy. First of all, that was 3 people. You did not feed 3 people on $12.
Chicken sandwich is $5.
So you just got 3 chicken sandwiches. You didn't
That's
get any
generally what we
fries.
get,
You got
yeah.
nothing.
You feed 3 people on $5 in a hurry.
Deal. The chicken sandwiches, the chicken patties. We have HEB. I don't know what your version is, but you can get the fucking frozen chicken patties. Put them in the oven, and I promise they are individually less than $5. More of an initial
We have Walmart,
investment.
and they are not good chicken patties, and that is quicker,
Okay, so it's
more convenient, taste.
There we
and
go.
on top of that,
So now there's more reasons.
it's affordable, right? We eat out 2 or 3 days a week. It adds up to $15.
2 to 3 days a week.
Yeah, 15, 30, 45 bucks.
But
It
you
adds
can
up
afford to pay the card.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Late payment. It's not affordable if we can't pay the card.
Do I look like the kind of person that's ever made sound decisions about food?
No, but that's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to get it across.
But this is my weakness. This is always going to be my biggest weakness.
No. You just allowed yourself infinite excuses for the future.
Oh,
And
that's
try to
fair.
take responsibility.
That's actually true. Yeah.
Yeah, so why not actually take responsibility and say, hey, we cannot afford to live right now. We don't get to afford to go out and
But
get that.
since we're traveling, guess what we had for breakfast today?
What did you have for breakfast today?
Chick-fil-A.
Could've-
We used the app, so they gave us free nuggets.
What about the continental breakfast at the hotel? Free.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's generally just a bowl of cereal.
Yes, and that's food that goes in your stomach for free. For free. You can't afford to pay this. Boogie.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
If there's anything I can get across in this episode for you to just walk away with, buddy, if we cannot afford to pay something, if we can't even afford to pay off the credit card, we're getting late fees and we're just getting.
I mean,
can't go out to eat.
I have a food budget of about $300 a month, and then we use that.
Groceries?
It includes groceries most of the time, yeah. We do eat groceries at home. We have like some of the inexpensive meals we make. We make tacos, we make shrimp pasta. If I'm really feeling splurgy, we'll make burgers at home. We eat at home the majority of the time. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just can't afford to probably go out at all. Right now. I'm really sorry. It sucks.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
So, okay.
But it would have been more expensive to drive back to Fayetteville and make a taco than it would have been to go to Chick-fil-A today. But you're right. We could have eaten cereal at the buffet.
Yes. I was about to flip the kill me. Okay. What I can't see is the interest accruing. Obviously, we have the late fees, but the mobile apps love to try to hide how much interest is accruing.
I mean, I just pay the minimum balance every month, and the minimum fee is generally
So
$20.
that's what you meant by paying it every month? The minimum balance, not
Sometimes
the full?
I pay off more, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really bad. If we hold a card that's accruing interest, then we can't afford to go out to eat once. We just can't.
That's true. Yeah.
Because interest.
Well, this will get paid off on the 20th with this huge
all of it.
All of it, yeah, the whole thing.
Huge.
Yeah.
From what?
From the spike that came in AdSense from
like the $6,000. That's okay.
I like $7,800 is what we made in November, which was really awesome. I hope we can maintain that. But
is this a debt, the preferred club?
That's the house loan, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's my current checking balance. So that's weird.
That scares me. Yeah. Anything less than $1,000. Yeah. Okay. Exxon, fair. Came down here. McDonald's, less fair.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait till you get to the Starbucks. Then you're going to get real mad.
I'm not one of those people that freaks out about Starbucks.
$5 every couple of days. I love me a pink drink. I love me
well, I'll freak out about that because you can't afford it.
Yeah. Well,
like, I'm not one of those people that when people can afford it, I don't freak out as long as you're hitting investing goals that are necessary to survive.
Sure.
Cameo, I'm glad that came in. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little extra.
Yeah.
$100.
You can book me at cameo.com.
StreamYard, we're paying for it.
Yeah,
barely made it back.
Yeah, it's necessary for the podcast, though. That's where we film there.
Utilities. Yep, that's fair. Can't hate against no utilities. Same with gas. Walmart, you can never really tell what's being purchased from Walmart.
So most of my Walmart purchases tend to be meds. I'm on a lot of meds. The most expensive, which is my testosterone, which is $200 a month.
With your medical issues, do you think McDonald's, Papa John's, Starbucks, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all being processed within a couple days' time is helping?
No, not at all.
It's not helping your wallet either.
No, not at all.
Why are you still doing it? If we know we're killing ourselves and we're financially killing ourselves, why do you think you're still doing it?
I think I wouldn't weigh 400 pounds if I knew the answer to that question.
Okay. Well, you obviously had discipline for a bit, though, because you did go through the surgery, which is very difficult.
Well, the surgery did its job, which is to say it extremely restricted my stomach intake. And it still does to this day.
Okay. In a lot of the American versions, don't they require you to lose a good amount up front before you have to get it? Okay. So you had the discipline to do that.
Well, it was a lot easier when I walked into an emergency room with a blood pressure of 280 over 180. And they're like, hey, you're dying now. Okay. You're not dying eventually. You're dying now.
But you kind of are.
I mean, this.
No, wait, you said you're not going to listen.
As unfortunate as this is the healthiest I've ever been.
Well, you said you're not. You don't feel like you're going to be here in your 60s.
Well, that's just the stark reality. When you've done what I've done to my body.
I know that just me that feels like now. That's
fair. I see it as 15, 20 years from now because that's what it is.
Certainly not. Well, you're 50. 60 is not 20 years from now.
Well, it was mid-60s is what we're saying, right? Okay. So that's 15, 20 years from now.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks.
Can't afford it. There's lots of Starbucks. Tokyo House is very expensive there.
Business
$90.
Business center.
Wow.
That one was a write-off.
Wow. Write-off of what? Prime Video, Starbucks, not even a full month back yet. Starbucks is a lot. Arby's, at least get food that tastes like something.
Hey, let me tell you a little bit of something about Arby's, okay?
Good fries?
They have very good fries. But recently, I've been getting to realize the value that you get from Arby's is surprising how much food you get for your amount of investment.
Wait till I teach you about...
It doesn't taste good. I want to make it very abundantly clear. But again, when you're feeding multiple people, you can save a lot of money at Arby's.
Wait until you hear about the grocery store. It'll blow your mind. Burger King, Netflix, nothing good on there anyway. Starbucks.
I just canceled Netflix, actually.
Good lad.
I canceled Netflix and I canceled Hulu. And the only thing I have now is Disney Plus, which we watch literally every day, and Amazon Prime, which I pay for the shipping and for the things that we need anyway.
Starbucks, more Arby's.
It's all food. I mean, like I can save you all the scrolling. It's all food.
But we're not even halfway through a month. This is what I feared going in here. So we have a credit card.
Sure.
We have a credit card and we weren't able to do the math that we typically do, but I would not be surprised if you did not go out and have these $25 drops every single day, 12 to 25, something around there.
Yeah, it's almost, we spend about $12 to $15 on food a day.
Let's call it 15.
Yeah, let's call it 15. That's actually very fair.
Let's call it 30. We could have paid off,
let's not call it, 30 days. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we could have paid off half. Now you throw the Starbucks in there and you throw the business dinner in there. Even if you're writing it off, we probably could have paid off the credit card that is accruing interest and that we're missing fees. By the way, if we're getting hit with late fees,
that's the worst way. I mean, like
then we're not getting Starbucks.
Any financial show on the planet will tell you if you're getting charged late fees or credit card interest or loan interest, then you can't be spending.
Then I'm struggling here. Do you care?
I do. It's again.
Then stop. Be an adult. Act your age is what I would say.
I mean, that's fair. Again, food has not been a area that I have been very successful at controlling.
Trust me, I can't really talk about it either,
dude. Let me tell you.
But at least I can afford it.
I've taken. It's bigger than you. Okay. All right. Listen to me, dude. I've eaten more than you at a buffet before.
Just please not in my bathroom,
all right?
Please.
I appreciate that you think you know what it's like to be addicted to food. I promise you don't.
I will be honest. One of my big struggles is on a daily basis. Like I won't eat a ton during the day, but then I'll get something fatty, greasy, sweet, and then I binge a massive portion in the evening. That is my typical issue that happens. And I yo-yo 30, 40 pounds constantly. Yep. I'll be good for a while and then I'll yo-yo. So I can't talk about that.
I mean, the only reason I'm not 600 pounds again is because the surgery is doing its job.
Can I ask how much you weigh?
400. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good job.
My lowest ever was 330. I got back up to 400. This is where I've stayed.
Yeah.
Within a 20-pound variance. I've gone down to 380 and I've gone back up to 400.
Where does your doctor want you to be?
I mean, ideally, you'd like me to be my ideal weight of like 175, right? Like that's what anybody would want. Yeah. We're talking knee replacement surgery when I get home.
How much is that going to cost?
I think it's not even. hopefully Blue Cross Blue Shield will cover it. I pay $800 a month for the best insurance I can afford because I absolutely have no choice, right?
Yeah.
It's
and you met your deductible.
Do
this
I?
year.
I meet my deductible within the first like 2 months, most of the time. Yeah.
Lots of Amazons and Panda Express.
Yeah.
Gas. You must drive a lot.
We don't drive a lot, but we buy a tank a week, give or take.
So do you go in there and get a bunch of drinks then? Because I'm seeing like gas stations.
Oh no, never. I don't go into. Yeah.
Because I'm seriously like 2 weeks back and I've seen like 5 gas stations. Well,
we did travel here. So we needed to fill up at home. We filled up here.
Yeah, but that was yesterday. Like I'm talking in the last 2 weeks. Starbucks, Burger King, Starbucks.
Oh, in the last
Domino's.
2 weeks, I was on my way to
Starbucks.
Last month, I was on my way to Cleveland, Ohio to finish this documentary. So that's probably maybe what you're saying. But no, the
documentary that we talked about, the one that everyone has seen.
Yeah, we generally only fill up the tank once a week. It's a hybrid. You'd have to drive 555 miles a tank is what I get. So
okay, I'm struggling with the eating out once a day thing because now that I'm scrolling through here, I'm seeing about 2 to 3 if we're considering Starbucks and we're considering. Unless this is when they're hitting, but seriously, scroll here.
I think that's when
13,
they're hitting.
14, 15, like these are just individual days, 16, and there's 2, 3 in each.
Well, I think that's probably more when they're hitting.
But even if that's when they're hitting, still, since this is sectioned out day by day and 3 are hitting a day, even if they're coming from a previous day.
Like I said, we average about
like
$15 on fast food a day.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of struggling with that because if we go here, middle of November, Golden Corral, $62 at Golden Corral. But okay, we'll call that an oddity, right? We went to Golden Corral.
I mean, it was. I invited somebody out to my editor, me and my friend Flint and my girlfriend went out.
Your editor? You pay your editor?
When I need to, yeah. When he's got a project that we need him to work on.
Why aren't you editing your own stuff? You have time, I assume.
He's incredibly better at it, and so if I have an actual project that needs to get done, and he works for minimum wage for me, to be very clear, because he's a friend. So, but occasionally he'll get a business dinner to talk projects and stuff.
And then we're getting back to utilities, so we've gone close to a month. So yeah, minimum once a day. And then you throw an extra $5 from Starbucks on there as well sometimes within a day. Yeah.
So let's call it
every
20.
other day.
Let's call it 20.
20.
But again, most of the time I'm feeding 2 or 3 people off of this money.
But that's 15 is that's the minimum we're spending a day at fast food.
Let's call it at that point $600 a month on food.
Oh, 1 second. So minimum 15 a day plus probably 5 for Starbucks every other day. So 2.5 a day.
Yeah.
So then we saw about once a week, maybe twice a week sometimes, there's that Dave & Buster's, there's the Golden Corral, there's that other thing. So all of a sudden that throws off the average of 15 a day, turning it to what would probably be evenly distributed, $20, $25 a day, throwing the Starbucks maybe $30 a day on average.
Sure, yeah.
So if we actually start going off of that, and again, I wasn't able to do the normal math that I was able to do before most episodes, we're looking closer to like $900 a month. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's call it that then. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely room to cut. I included in any time I talk about these budgets online, I generally say 600 for this stuff, but 900 might be more realistic.
But you can't afford 600.
That's true. That's true.
So you said you're feeding multiple people. I understand, obviously, girlfriend situation. Okay.
Sure.
Who else are we feeding?
So again, my roommates mostly like to remain private. They're not on social media.
Okay.
So I do have some difficulty divulging the arrangements that we've made.
Okay.
But in exchange for a lot of things that I physically cannot do. I can't mow my lawn. I can't get into the attic. I cannot do a lot of the things that are necessary to be done.
So in-house help.
That's right. So in exchange for in-house help, every once in a while, I get someone a sandwich. And if I were paying to get the lawn done, my house, it's way ridiculously more expensive than an Arby's sandwich.
I would rather you.
So the deal that I have set up with my roommates now, I'm saving a tremendous amount of money. But that will occasionally include, hey man, you want to go out to dinner? It's been a month. Can I take you out to dinner tonight? Mm-hmm. Because I'm never in a position, not to speak too much about my roommate's private business, but I could never imagine myself in that position where I would get paid so little and do so much to help a friend. I mean, I'd like to think I'd be able to, but physically I can't do most of these things. Right? I can't climb a ladder. I can't. These are things I physically cannot do, and I'm very blessed in that regard. And so, yeah, it's probably, I know it's a stupid investment, but since they're making such a stupid investment this way, I don't mind making a stupid investment their way.
Are they paying any rent?
Yes.
What are you getting? Because that helps offset some of the budgetary costs that we're going to have to go into.